Do you want to know what it's really like to breastfeed? If yes, this video is for you. Keep on watching. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Feeling jazzy today. Feeling jazzy today. Okay. Whew. Welcome back to my channel, the greatest place for moms to find encouragement, inspiration, and realness to help on their motherhood journey. I just want to give a disclaimer to you guys. I'm not a doctor, a nurse, a lactation consultant, but I am a mom who successfully breastfed for 13 months. I came up with 7 tips to help you guys on your breastfeeding journey. So let's get right into the video. Tip number 1, find support now. Find a mom that has already successfully breastfed. In addition to that mom that's already successfully breastfed, find a group on Facebook that will help you on the journey. Having people to support you on this journey is so important. For me personally, it was so nice to see that other moms were going through the same exact things that I was going through. I was able to search in the Facebook group certain keywords and then see all these posts of other moms that went through exactly what I was going through. In addition, it's nice to have a friend that you can call or text in the middle of the night when you're freaking out about something when it comes to breastfeeding. So get the support now. Don't wait until the baby's here. Get the support now. I don't care how long you've been in your breastfeeding journey. It can be very lonely. So find the support now. Tip number 2. Make sure when you have your baby, you ask to speak to the lactation consultant in either the hospital or the birthing center. It was so great for me to talk to the lactation consultant because she was able to show me that I was in fact producing milk. She was able to show me how to properly hand express so that I could see the colostrum. Once I saw the colostrum come out, I was like, oh my goodness, I am actually producing something. It's so nice to speak to the lactation consultant immediately when the baby comes, because then they can help you with the baby. They can help you with latch. They can help you, show you how to hand express. They can show you that you're doing a great job. For tip number 3, I want you guys to make sure you hear me when I say this. In the beginning, it will feel uncomfortable. I'll take it a step further. Not only is it uncomfortable, it can be painful. Even if you have the perfect latch, breastfeeding in the very beginning can hurt a little bit. After you talk to the lactation consultant, once you're home with baby, it's great to YouTube latching videos so that you make sure your baby is latching correctly, because sometimes an improper latch causes discomfort. However, even when the latch is perfect, you still can feel some pain. So don't feel like you're doing it wrong just because you feel some pain. Trust me, as the weeks progress, you will no longer feel pain, discomfort. It will become natural. Anticipate that it's going to be a little bit painful, a little bit uncomfortable. Just know you're doing a great job and to keep going. Tip number 4 is there is such thing called cluster feeding. Comment below yes if you already know what cluster feeding is. If not, cluster feeding is when your baby just constantly feeds. You give the left breast, the right breast, the left breast, the right, left, right, on and so forth for hours. Sometimes it lasts for hours. And I'm going to be honest with you, cluster feeding almost ended my breastfeeding journey. I thought that something was wrong. Why does this baby keep feeding? I thought I wasn't producing enough milk until I went to those groups and started texting some moms that had already successfully breastfed and found out cluster feeding is real. I remember when it first happened, I was just like, when is it going to end? I remember telling my husband, oh my gosh, it's 2 hours. What's going on? I was freaking out. Deep breaths. Enjoy it. Enjoy those moments, not having to run and clean up your house and go run to the grocery. Enjoy those moments, precious times with baby, because cluster feeding does not last for a long time. It happens in the first 6 months, and then after that, I really don't even remember the baby cluster feeding after she was 6 months. Use cluster feeding as a downtime. Just grab some snacks, your phone, the remote control, and just use it as a time to bond with your baby. You'll never get those moments back, so enjoy it. It will seem like it is forever, but it will end, and then you'll look back like me now 13 months in the game, and you'll think, oh my gosh, cluster feeding wasn't even that bad. You will think that one day. So enjoy it. Tip number 5 is pumping. My least favorite part about breastfeeding was pumping. There are so many parts. There's so much to it. I would just rather be able to have me and baby. But if you're anything like me and you're a working mom, then you have to pump, right? I was a mom that literally on Monday, I was producing milk for Tuesday. Did that make sense? So some moms will overproduce, and within their first month of being home with their baby, they have like a 6-month supply. I was never like that. So don't get discouraged if you don't overproduce, okay? So on Monday at work, I would be producing milk for Tuesday. And I found that 3 times made just enough milk for her for the next day. So you have your pump. Remember, you can get a free breastfeeding pump through your health insurance. So make sure you reach out to your insurance provider and get your free pump, okay? You have to have a pump when you breastfeed at work. I suggest you getting frozen Ziploc bags to take your pump parts to and from work, and I'll tell you why. So after you pump, you have to put your milk in the storage bag, and you have to put that in your lunchbox with ice packs. Some people use the milk storage bags and they put them in the company freezer. I didn't do that. I brought a lunchbox with a bunch of ice packs, and I would take the milk that I pumped, put it in my storage bag, and then put it under the ice in a separate lunchbox. If you don't do that, you have to clean in between every single pumping session. It is a headache. I'm going to tell you now, be prepared. In the beginning of my breastfeeding journey, when I would pump at work, I would clean the bottles every single time. Then I had a friend that breastfed and was like, no, get a freezer bag, put your pump parts in the freezer bag, and then put them in your lunchbox with ice packs. As long as these stay cold, you don't have to clean them every single session. So then after I would go home with my milk bags, I'd put my milk bags in the freezer at home, and then I would clean my pump parts. I hope this little hack saves you time and frustration, because I remember in the beginning I was so annoyed having to hand wash the bottles. Put them in your freezer bag, put them in your lunchbox, and then clean them at the end of the day. So pump parts, pumping, least favorite part of breastfeeding. However, it's a necessity because you have to leave milk for the baby. You can totally do this. It seems like a lot now, but you can do this. Don't give up because it's a lot of work. Tip number 6. Let's get real for a moment. Once you start breastfeeding, you are going to hear, even in your support groups, the importance of buying lactation supplements. I want to tell you, do not spend your money on lactation supplements until you know that milk production is a problem. I remember I bought all these supplies because I thought my supply was the issue. I'm 13 months in. Supply was not the issue. I would buy the teas, I would buy the cookies, I was buying the little capsules, I was buying everything, you name it. If I could find it, I was buying it. The greatest bit of advice I was told was stop taking all of that and see if production is a problem. You judge your milk's production by the baby's output. Is your baby peeing and pooping okay? Are you seeing like 6 wet diapers every single day? If you're seeing that, production is not a problem. Throw those lactation supplements to the side. Don't even use them until you find out for sure that production is a problem. I'm going to tell you why. If you use those supplements, it can cause clogged ducts. All right, talk about painful. You can be engorged. Then you might start overproducing. Don't buy the supplements until you know for sure that you need them. You are enough. Do you hear me? Listen, you are enough. So put the supplements to the side. Don't even waste your money yet. Take them out of your Amazon cart. You don't need them yet. Make sure that your milk production is really the problem. You've got this. Tip number 7 is my last and final tip. I want you to know breastfeeding is literally a labor of love, okay? It is not easy. It is time consuming. You will be frustrated. You will cry at times. You will feel overwhelmed. However, if you follow the 6 tips I just gave you, you will be just fine. So take a step back, take a deep breath, just know it's a labor of love. It will feel like a full-time job because it is a full-time job, okay? Take your time, give yourself grace. Don't beat yourself up so much. Try your hardest to enjoy the process because it literally is beautiful, and the bond you're going to make with your baby is like no other. So, understand that it can be frustrating. Understand that it will be hard at times, but it's doable. Think about all the women that were able to successfully breastfeed. It can be done. You can do it. Reach out to me on Instagram at Kempnitreal. DM me. I would love to help you. If you have questions, comment below. I'm here for you. Hopefully we are creating a community of women that are breastfeeding, and we all encourage and uplift each other. Comment below if you found this video helpful. Hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more tips and tricks for motherhood.